This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hi everyone. Good morning, all. Just give me 2 minutes. We'll start off, right? Few more folks are joining. Just start off. Okay, let's start. Okay, so I hope everyone was there for the demo. If someone who was not there for the demo, you can have your recordings in place. There are recordings that will be shared to you, okay, over the drive. So let's start for today. Very first thing, we have to start your Okay, so before we start few things, let's have little prerequisite where you require a Azure account. Okay, we'll see the Azure account creation. Okay, once you see this Azure account creation, okay, we need to look into your basic thing, how to create and machine, how to create a virtual machine. Second most important thing, how to connect virtual machine, how to connect virtual machine. Okay, how to create a virtual machine, how to connect a virtual machine. Okay, and here we'll be connecting with your cloud shell, your command prompt, or you can connect with your footy as well. Okay, different ways you can connect it. And here we will be connecting with the creating a virtual machine. Okay, creating a virtual, so these are two things. Why? Because if you are familiar with, at least to start creating a machine, we can start the Linux administration, because this is the base for us. Linux administration, this is what you have to start initially. Okay, because this is the base pillar for your DevOps and Azure. So you require Linux knowledge first. So there is where we'll start a Linux admin, because for starting your practicals of Linux admin, you require this virtual machine. That means you should be in a state where you should be able to create a machine. You should be able to connect that machine so that you can run your commands. You can do the procedure of Linux. All those things will come into picture. All those things will come into picture. So this is what required. Okay, this is what is what it's required to at least start your practicals, right? Because we're not going to start the DevOps in Azure directly. First you have to learn your Linux admin. That's the reason. Okay, that's the reason we have to start your virtual machine. So let's create an account. Okay, let's create an account. So Azure account, so it is very simple to create, not a critical thing. So you can open this URL. Okay, you can open this URL, you get a free account here. Okay, open the URL of this, you'll see a window where you'll get a free account. Click on free account and then start free. Okay, free account, click on start free. Step by step it is given. Okay, so they have given a popular free for 12 months. Okay, 55 other services free. And start with $2 credit. Okay, so start with $2 credit, where you have 30 days to use it. That means they'll be giving you 15,000 rupees in credit. Okay, it is free. 15,000 rupees is credit is given, which you have to use in 30 days. And then enter any Gmail ID or Microsoft email ID. Enter any Gmail ID or Microsoft ID. So go with your Gmail ID. Okay, enter it. Next, and then give a password which you can remember. It's not your Gmail password. It's a password of your Azure. This password you have to create it. It's not related to your Gmail. It's not Gmail password. It's a password to log in into Azure. So give any password which you can remember. That's why I written enter new login, new password for login. Then click on next. So click on next, you'll get a puzzle. So solve this puzzle. Okay, once you solve this puzzle, you'll get this kind of puzzle, which are equivalent, which are squares, etc. things. Once you complete that, okay, your verification is completed. Okay, now enter your details. Enter your details. Make sure enter profile details according to credit card, debit card. Why I'm saying, because now whatever the name you enter here, that name will reflect in your credit card, debit card payment when you make a payment. So here, make sure give the name according to your credit card, debit card. If your credit card name is something called R Ravi Kumar, give R Ravi Kumar. Okay, R Ravi Kumar, then R Ravi Kumar or anything name whichever you have, right? So give that R Ravi Kumar some in the same format. Don't give the first name, last name. If it's starting with R, give the first name as R. Okay, last name is Ravi Kumar. So give in the same format, because here it will go and reflect in your credit card. Okay, so enter your phone number, Get a OTP verification is a student. PAN card is optional, no need to enter. Give a full address, guys. Enter the full address. Here, whatever the details are asking, okay, only the name, make it according to a credit card, debit card. Enter your details properly and make sure you enter the full address. Again, they will ask you for verification in case you don't enter the address properly. Now agree and click on next. Once you click on this all this submission, now it will come to payment. So here automatically the name will reflect. If you see here, I have given what DevOps trainer I gave. The same name is reflecting here. Here you will not able to edit the name. Once it comes to here, you will not able to edit the name. It's not possible at all. So that's the reason I'm clearly mentioning in the documentation that enter the name according to debit card, credit card. Why? Because when it comes to payment, it will not allow you to edit the name. It is okay, it is graded out. It is graded out by them. It is already, the field is taken, the input is taken by this field with the help of their first name last name. So make sure it is account to credit card, debit card, and the card number you enter your month and year, expiry month and then details and everything. Okay, and click sign up. So, but why this payment is required? It is just checking that are you a authorized user or not. Are you authorized user or not is checking it won't charge you unless you move to pay as you go. That means it is saying unless you move to pay as you go pricing. That means until you complete your free account and you move to billing account, it will not happen. It won't charge you automatically, okay, until you do it manually. So the card is safe here. There's no payment. This payment is just, it will take 2 rupees of yours from your account and then it will revert back after 2 hours. Okay, why? Because it's checking whether you're a genuine user or not. Okay, now it will generate the OTP. For that, enter the OTP. Once you confirm the OTP, submit. Okay, confirming your submit, you can submit it, and finally you'll get this page. Finally you'll be able to see this kind of a page. You'll be able to see this kind of a page where you'll start here. Okay, start with free trial. You'll be clicking on start with free trial. Okay, you don't have a subscription, check out the options. Start with free trial. Okay, start with free trial, which is $2 credit. You'll get $2 credit. So this is how you create an account. Okay, this are all the fields you have to fill it. You start with clicking on sign up or free account. Start a free account, click on free account, click on start free, and then enter, give an email ID, enter a password which you can remember, and then resolve this puzzle. Okay, resolve this puzzle. Once you complete the verification, start entering your details and make sure read it properly. Enter profile details according to credit card, debit card. What a debit card, credit card name is there, according to that only you enter it. Okay, because it has to verify the payment. And then enter your phone number, add your verification, enter your full details, your full details, and then once you submit it, ask you this details. Okay, of your payment details. Either you add a credit card, debit card, whichever you have. Make the payment of 2 rupees, enter your CVV, all the details, submit it. Once it generates OTP, your purchase is done. Okay, see the 2 rupees, amount of 2 rupees is taken, amount of 2 rupees is taken from here. Once you complete this one, okay, your account is finally created. Click on start. For you it will start with free trial. Okay, it is free for 1 month. It is free, no charges, nothing, until you go for pay as your account. Even if you go for pay as your account, hardly it will come 50 100 rupees max, not cross in a 150 100 rupees it will charge you, not more than that, right? So this is your account creation. This is your account creation which you're going to use it, right? So now once your account is created, this is how your home page. Okay, once you click on that free tire, you will get here. Okay, you get a subscription of free tire. Okay, you'll be in a free tire. Basically you'll see a subscription here. Okay, as a free tire. Okay, so now this is my subscription which I created older. Okay, maybe you'll get an upgrade button here in the form of here. You'll get an upgrade button. Once you generate this one, you'll get an upgrade button there. Okay, you'll get your upgrade button here. Here or there somewhere you get upgrade to subscription model. Go to subscription model, but initially you'll get 15k. You'll getting alerts here. You'll get one alert saying that you have 15k. Okay, make use of that 15k. Make use of that 15k. Fine. Maybe my subscription is deleted. Let me create one subscription. because I disabled the subscription. I'm not using it for last 10 days. So student account start free. Get started with pay as you go. You don't need to do this one because already you will getting a free account. When you start, you'll get a free account because my free account is done. I have used it. Okay. Okay, fine. Now, so very first, okay, once you get your home page, click on this start free tier. So you will be getting a free tier. When you click on this subscription, search for here. If you don't get here, search, it will be empty for you. Just search for subscriptions. You'll see here free tier. I have this pay as you go model. Okay, previously I had this one. You have pay as you go. You'll get a free tier which is 15K. Okay, which is 15K. Current cost unauthorized. Why? Okay. So let's go. And now once you come back to the home page of Azure, you'll able to see some services which will be listed here. If in case it is not listing, you have to search it here. Okay. So now very first our task is what? Create a virtual machine. We'll come back to again to learn all these services when you start Azure. Now the basic thing is start. Let's use start creating here how to create a virtual machine. So because creating the virtual machine is base that is required. Now once you search a virtual machine, you'll get this kind of a window. Click on create virtual machine, Azure virtual machine, first time. Okay, click on Azure virtual machine. And now here pay as you go model. Okay, so here in the drop down you'll get free tier account. You'll get free tier. Okay, you get your free tier account in a drop down subscription. What is a subscription? All the resources in Azure subscription are built together. All resources in our Azure subscriptions are built together. Fine. Now, this is a subscription where you'll get a billing. Just in some simple terms, subscription is nothing but kind of account where you have different billings. Now this is my account. In this, for example, assume this is my company account. This is my company account. In my company account there will be multiple teams, like you have dev team, production, dev team, QA team, development team, or various teams are there, or various customers are. For every customer I have to maintain a different billing so that I can share the billing. That's the reason you're keeping a separate subscription is used to bill. Okay, now resource groups. What is resource groups? A resource group is a collection of resources that share the same cycle permission policies. That means a resource group is kind of a container. It's kind of a container where I'll keep all my resources. That in simple terms, whenever I'm creating a virtual machines, load balancer, everything, all will be in one under one container so that I can monitor them properly. So, the resource group is a group where I can keep my resources. So you can create your new resource group. It is not available. First select your free tier. You'll get a free tier here. Click on new, and here I'll say this is a DevOps RG. DevOps RG is DevOps resource group. Okay, so give your resource group name. Now virtual machine name, the name which you want to keep for a virtual machine. I'll say it's my Linux machine. I'll say it's my Linux machine, or you can give as web server. You can say it's a web server, or you can say it's a web server. Okay, it's a web server. Now you have different regions. Now Azure's provide the service in different region. Region is nothing but a location where your data centers are kept. That means wherever the Azure people are hosting their data centers, there is a data center. So select any one, doesn't matter. Select any one. I'll go with ES used, or you can go with ES used, whichever is fine. Right? Now availability zones, make it no redundant. We don't want any kind of altitude. We'll come back to it when you start learning Azure. Keep it simple now. Okay. No infrastructure redundancy. We want to go with the standard basic security. This is a security type, is basic standard. I want to go with it. And then image, you go with either Red Hat, you go with Ubuntu, or you go with anything. Fine. So I'm going with the standard Red Hat 9.0, which is a okay, which is your standard. Now your architecture is x86 64-bit, like you buy, right? 32-bit 64-bit operating system machines. Okay, same way here also I'll be creating it. So first I gave one, selected my subscription, which is free dial. Second is creating a resource group. Third is give a name to a web server. Select the region, availability zone, no, standard, and Red Hat. Okay. Now, okay. Now select your size. Now basically when you buy a laptop you have a size, right? In your laptop also you keep a size like 8 core CPU, 16 GB RAM, or some you buy it, right? Same way here also you have different standards. Okay, B1 standard, A1 standard, different standards are there. Now the basic one is one vCPU, 1 GB RAM. This is a basic. Okay, if you go beyond the size, you have a lot of size in this. You can go and search for big size as well. Okay, so I'm going with standard BS1, which is a one core CPU, 1 GB RAM, because I have to start my machine. And then you have how to connect this machine. How to connect this machine? So you can connect with the SSH key, or you can connect with password. Let's go with password for now. I'll show you SSH key later. So now go with the password. I'll give a user as Azure's user, and password as also Azure user at the rate 123. Okay, Azure user at the rate 123. I'm giving a password Azure user at the rate 123. Okay, keep the password. Now port number, by default SSH22 is required because you have to log into machine. By default it is there because you have to log into the machine by default. And then okay, these are your details, basic details. Okay, pay as you go model, take your resource group, okay, your web server, okay, all these details you fill it here. Okay, and then give your password as a user, and then click on next. This is the disk part. Don't do anything. That is by default. They have given 64 GB. Leave as it is. When you attach a new disk, I'll show you when you start learning Azure how to attach, how to detach, how to create a new disk. We'll learn about it. Then networking. We have a virtual network concept where we learn in Azure again. That time we'll create a new virtual networks. We'll create a new virtual networks. We'll use it. Now standard default will come. By default, Azure will create a virtual network for you. What is use of this virtual network? If you want a set of IP address, you want a range of IP address, then you go with virtual network. Fine. Then click on next. You have a management where you can add your Azure users. Okay, you can add your basic plan. You can make a backup of your, you want to auto shutdown. Okay, basic details about your imaging. Then comes your monitoring. Okay, if you want to enable some alerts for this machine where you see the machine is going down, all these things you can perform here. Then you have advanced part where you have custom data. That means I want to install some packages or softwares before my machine starts. Before my machine starts, I want to make sure install, or I want to make some automation here. Then you use this. Then click on tags, next tags, and here tag is not required because already we gave a name. This is just a identification. If you want to give a tag like name, this is my prod server. Okay, for that reason I'm taking. Okay, prod server, for that reason I'm taking. So just a identification label it is. Identification label it is not mandatory. Identification label it is not mandatory. Right? Now click on next, create and review. So now from the basics, all these things you leave it, keep it basic, only the basic, rest all you leave it default and come here. Okay, only use the details in basic, rest all you leave it as default. And now click on review and create. It will do the validation, whatever the input you have passed it, is it correct or not. It will do all the validations of that. And this is the cost. If you see, but don't worry about the cost. You have a 15,000 free. When you start your account creation, you get 15,000 free. Okay, in that it will charge it. For me, it is charging 0.8. That means nearly to 1 rupee per hour. Per hour, 1 rupee. Fine. See my details of my credit card details, how it is coming. This is my details in the credit card. So this is how the naming convention is coming. Pay as you go model. Okay, pay as you go model. Then you have all the details whatever we have filled it. This is all the details which you have filled it. Okay, now click on create. Okay, deployment is in progress. It will give you the status here. If you see here in the bell icon, it will give you the status what is happening here. Okay, it will give you the status of that. And here it is deployment. That means it's creating all your, in the backend is creating your IP address, networking, etc. things it is creating. So it is taking a little bit of longer time. It is taking a little bit of longer time. So first create your account, and then we are learning how to create a machine. Okay, we are learning how to create a machine. Next, I'll show you how to connect this machine. How to connect this machine. Okay, deployment is succeeded. Okay, deployment is succeeded saying machine is created. Click on the go to resources. Go on resources. It will take you to the server directly. It will take you to the server directly. Okay. Okay. So Now your machine is created completely. Your machine is created, okay, which is here. If you see here, it is not, it is start is disabled, that means it is running, okay. Or if you still have a doubt, you can go back to Microsoft, click on the virtual machines, okay, and see here, it is running, state is running, state is running, okay. And the size, name, etc., click on this one, click on it. And now if you want to connect to this machine, and if you see, all the details are here on the machine, you'll get all the name, what is the resource group, status is running, what is the location, what is subscription. For you it will be pay as you go, for you it will be free time, okay. For me it is pay as you go. Then operating system, what is the public IP, etc., details, we have all the details of this machine. We'll walk you through when we start the Azure. Now keep it simple to connect. Now let's see how to connect the machine. How to connect the machine? You have a cloud shell here, you can see a cloud shell. You can try to open this cloud shell, click on here, it will open a window down, okay. And it will create you one storage, okay. This is one way of creating, connecting, okay. It will create your storage, click on it. Okay, now you're connected to the shell, okay. Here, so only thing what you need to do now is copy this public IP, type SSH as your user at the rate, pasting, upload, and do a right click, paste it, okay. Maybe it is not pasting properly. Paste it. What is IP? 20 dot, right? So 200 something is coming. Paste it. So SSH Azure user. Because when we created a Azure user and a password for it. So enter it. Now it will ask your password. Yes. Now type the password. Azure user at the rate 123. You have logged into the machine. Now if you see Azure user at the rate web server, you log into the machine. You want to confirm hostname -i. This is a private IP. So every machine will have two IPs. Remember, one private IP and one public IP. Any cloud machine, it's not only Azure, it's AWS, GCP, anyway, will have one public IP. Public IP is to connect the machine. Private IP is to do the activities internal. Private IP is the actual IP of the machine. Actual IP of the machine is private IP. Public IP is given because you are accessing a machine of US region. You are accessing a machine of US region. That is the reason we have, okay, we have your public IP address. Fine. Now this is one way of connecting, where you can click on this cloud shell and you can connect here. You can connect this cloud shell and hit your SSH user at the rate this one. If you don't want to go with cloud shell, then you can go with your command prompt. Okay, you can go with your command prompt. Go with your command prompt where you can hit your Azure user at the rate IP address. At the rate IP address, you can connect with this. Fine, and say Azure user at the rate 123. Azure user at the. So this is one way you can connect with command prompt. Okay, one way. If you have a Mac system, then you have item or something where you can use your item, like have your CMD, you can use your item and you can use it. So this is simple, connecting with the password. Connecting with your password is simple. Okay, and one more with your putty. Putty requires, putty will not accept password. Putty will not accept password because putty requires your, maybe we can try, but putty requires your, it is asking password to connect. Azure user at the 123. Put is also connecting. Put is also connecting. Just change the font change your font and apply it. See here, put is also connecting. You're inside the machine. Hostname -i, this will tell you the IP of the machine. IP of the machine. This is 10.0.0.4. Okay, 10.0.0.4. Fine. So these are three different ways you can connect if you want. This is with a password. This is with password. Okay, because you created a username password here. That's the reason you're going with it. You created a username password, so you're connecting with this one. Fine. Now let's assume that your all the activities are completed. You have logged into server. You've done the activity. Everything is done. Now, okay, how do you stop this machine? You can stop this machine from here. If you want to stop it, you can stop it. You can restart it, or you can delete this machine. Delete means you can delete it. Okay, you can delete this machine if you want to delete. But deleting a machine is not sufficient, because it is, have a look here. There is something called resource group. Just search a resource group. Always search for the resource groups. How many resource groups are there? Now see here, how many created? You just created Devops RG, but so many created. So all this will be charged you billing. So always make sure, click on the resource group. Okay, now if you want to delete a machine, right? So if you have multiple machines in that, then delete single machine. If you have single machine and you want to delete everything, then delete the resource group. Then delete your this. Click on the resource group, delete the resource group. Okay, click on the delete resource group. Same way, delete this network RG. Okay, delete this network RG. If there is a space, it will not allow you to create. Network key is missing. Okay. Okay, so this resource group has to be deleted. Resource group has to be deleted, which will delete. So that means, because it's not just creating a machine, it is creating your IP address, it is creating your virtual network, it is creating your shell related things. Okay, it is assigning some CPU, RAM, etc. details are there. So if you delete only machine, it will not be sufficient. You have to delete your resource group. Then only all things will be deleted, and you don't bill it. Initially, you have free tier account, so you can use your 15K. But later on, you have to follow the same trend, because it will charge you. It will charge you. Fine. It will take some time to delete. So these are three different ways you'll be connecting. These are the three different ways you'll be connecting the machine. First, create a machine and then connect the machine. Okay, create a machine, then connect the machine. I'll show you one more way of creating a machine. So we'll go and create one more machine. I'll show you one more way of using it. So search for virtual machine. If it is visible here, use it. Okay, click on virtual machine. Okay, create a new virtual machine, and then pay as you go model. Create a resource group. Okay, create a resource group. I'll say this is my Azure RG. I'm giving a name as Azure RG, and then give a name. I'll say this time I'll say it's a Linux machine. Okay, US East Avanti Zone. Okay, pay as you go model. Create your resource group. Linux machine US East 2, and then standard BS1. And now till now what we used, same standard BS1, we took the size of that machine. Okay, We kept all the details as no redundancy. We don't require any redundancy. It is standard security and Red Hat 9.2. But now we used a password last time. Now you can use a key as well. If you want to connect with the key also, that is also possible. See, Azure SSH key. Two ways you can connect. One is with the user and password. One is with the key. I'll show you now with the key. Now Azure user is the user. Generate a key pair. Public key. I'll say this is my Linux Linux machine Azure Azure key. Linux machine Azure key. Fine. And now, okay, Linux machine Azure key. I gave that name. Generate a new key pair. Fine. Now click on next. Disk you leave it. Don't touch it. It is default for now. Networking also leave it default. This management nothing to do here. Monitoring also nothing to do. Click on advanced. Next. And go and click on review. Okay, now because you went with key pair, it is asking to download a key pair. Okay, download a key pair, it will download. Wait for it, because if you don't have a key pair you can't log in. If you don't have a key pair, it will log in. It will download in the downloads folder. See, in the downloads folder it downloaded. Wait until it downloads, and then it will start the initialization automatically. Okay, it is starting a submission. Okay, return to your, you downloaded the key, right? So return to your virtual machine creation. It will come to the same page. Now it is creating a machine. So that key pair is required. Key pair is required to connect. Key pair is required to connect. Fine. Connect. Okay, deployment is succeeded. Click on resources. Okay. Now how to connect this one? How to connect this? Till now you use a public IP, SSH. SSH, you use a simple command when you connect it with the password. Okay. When you use the password, when you have username password, you have used your SSH Azure user at the rate, what are the public IP address? Public IP you have, right? That public IP you copy it, and then it will prompt it for your password. It is prompting for your password. You have given the password. Okay, but now it's your SSH key. You have a key which is downloaded here. Now how you use? So click on connect. Click on connect. It will show you the steps here. It will show you the steps here. Connect using your native SSH. Okay, or connect users. So select anyone. Anything is fine. Click on anyone. So it is giving you all the details, port, SSH, etc. It is giving you copy and execute this SSH command, and it's giving you this spam file. Okay, it's giving you this spam file, etc. details. So you have to follow the steps. Or if you don't want, you can go with your select Azure CLI. So when you select Azure CLI, it will automatically go and connect it. When you understand, it will go and connect it automatically. Okay, so go and click on here. It will auto connect your uh, machine. It'll create everything in the backend, it'll create it. Okay. Or simple term, if you don't want all these things, I don't want all these things, simply you can go with your CMD as well. CMD as well, you can go with the CMD as well. Okay. So here what you do is click on downloads, go to downloads. Okay. And here what we'll do before you, okay, let this connect, it will connect automatically. What you do here is copy this public IP, copy this public IP. Okay. And same command you type it Azure, what is that, Azure hyphen, okay, Azure hyphen I, SSH hyphen I, what is that, Linux, right? Linux Linux web server, Linux machine, Azure key, right? And then what is that, IP address of the machine, right? You can take the IP of that machine, SSH at the rate username, what is the username, Azure user at the rate, same SSH, just same command, SSH Azure user IP address you give. Just we don't have a password to prompt, so when you go with the key model, only thing you will be using when you have your SSH key. So only thing here what you'll use, SSH hyphen I, use hyphen I, and the key, what is the key name, Linux hyphen Azure hyphen Linux Azure, what is that, what is Linux machine Azure key, right? Linux machine Azure hyphen key, this is what they give. And same, rest is common, rest things are common, SSH at the public IP address. It will not ask you password now, because keys you're given a password, you do not prompt a password, directly it will log into the machine, it will log into the machine, that is only the difference. So here, so it is asking to create a storage, etc. details it will choose. Okay. So it will take some time, it is a time taking process, it will do all the time taking process now. Okay. Asking to create everything, and then it will connect. So here you can connect directly with this command. Before hitting this command, what you do is, this is the command, come to the public IP address. Before connecting this, what you do, go to your downloads folder, where is the key downloaded, do a right click, properties, make it read only, apply it, okay, make it read only, apply it, okay. And now hit the button. You want to connect, yes, I connected the machine. Machine is connected. See here. From this prompt, it went to Azure Next. Simple. Okay. Instead of creating all these things in Azure, it connected. Here also it connected. See. Directly it connected. You didn't do anything. Automatically disconnecting the machine. Here also disconnecting the machine automatically. But it is a long process. It takes a long time every time you connect, right? It will connect this is. Here also it connected your machine. It connected your Linux machine connected. But it's a long process to connect. That is only the reason. So simply copy the public IP address, use this command ssh-i, give the location of the key. It's in downloads, so I kept a downloads folder and then I give it. So it's simply connected. So it's easy way to connect it. Instead of going with all these things, easy way to connect this one. Fine. And finally, if you want to terminate this machine, okay, so either you delete this one, you stop it, or you directly go and delete the resource group. So now your resources group might be created here. Check here, resource group might be created. What is it? Azure resource group, right? Azure resource group is created. Click on this. You should not have any resource group when you're deleting anything. Everything should be deleted. There is no default resource group anywhere. So make sure you delete everything. That will delete your machine as well. Fine. These are the two different ways you can connect. Okay. SSH hyphen I cloud, or click on the, directly click on the connect button. You have a connect buttons here. Whenever you create a machine, your machine will get a connect button. Your machine will get a connect button here. Click on the connect button via your connection. When you click on this connection, you will be able to see all the different ways of connecting. Azure CLI or native CLI, whichever you want to connect, you can connect. But it's the best way is go with the simple method. SSH FNI, Linux, Azure key, and public IP address. This will directly connect your machine. So these are different ways you can connect your machine. Different ways you can make a connection to your machine. Okay, you can make a connection to your machine, depends upon the requirement. Right? Okay. Don't worry, again we'll create this one. Again I'll show you creating. Daily I'll be showing you until your Linux practical setup. Okay. Throughout the course we'll be creating a machine. So it will become a habit. Maybe initially it will look a little bit different, but we'll keep creating the machines. And make sure once you complete, make sure resource groups are deleted everywhere. Fine. Your DSS groups are deleted everywhere. Okay. So let's stop it here. Any questions, guys? Any queries? Any doubts? Any questions? Any queries? Any doubts? So I'll share this document. Create your account. Okay, this will come to your WhatsApps, or they share your drive or something. They'll send you this one. Okay, and then connect the machines. Try to create a machine. Connect the machine. Okay, they'll also give you the video of this. Watch out the video. Try to create. Tomorrow we'll start your Linux admin. Again, I'll show you how to create the machines. Again, I'll show you how to create your machines. Fine. Okay. Let's stop it here. Any questions? Any queries? Any doubts?
Hi, Sagar.
Hi.
So in real time, what is the way we are using to connect our VM? Is it like
You
SSH key pair or
exactly.
normal username and password?
It depends upon company standards, how they are connecting, what is the process they're using.
Okay.
So either way, it's just a connecting a machine, doesn't matter. You connect with password, you connect with the key. It's just connecting because you're going to do activity inside the machine. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter how do you connect. You can connect in
Okay.
various ways, multiple ways. That's why I gave you all the three ways, either command prompt or cloud shell, or you go with putty. Okay, if you have any other tool in the market, you can connect with that tool as well. So there's no
Okay.
a standard process. It depends upon the company what standards they have defined to connect a machine. So I'm giving
Okay.
you all the three. Whichever is used by a company, you can go with it.
Hi Sagar, one doubt here.
Yeah.
In real time, how the purchase will be, the company will be purchasing and will be creating the account, or how it going
Yes.
be?
Company will be purchasing. They'll be creating an account. So company will
So they
have this
just
kind of account. They'll have account. So
okay.
they'll be creating your account under this, and they'll be giving you.
So everything will be purchased servers and by done by company only.
Yes, everything will done by company. You don't purchase anything. Company will
O-
first create their Azure account. In that Azure account, they'll be creating your user inside it. You'll be one user inside it. You'll have a Azure AD account, and with that AD
Okay.
account, you'll be logging it.
Okay.
Any other doubts? Okay, then fine. Closing it. Let's connect tomorrow. Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
guys. Bye bye.
Sagar. Okay,
They'll
bye.
share you this document. I'll inform you. They'll share you this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Bye.